Check it out. Oh, the old Bo Jackson Tecmo Bowl. That's a solid pick.
Ready, down, hut, 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 hut.
What an impression.
Mhm. Did you just select your play? Touchdown! Touchdown!
Dude. Tecmo Super Bowl so much better than Tecmo Bowl because you had
It
twice as
is.
many plays.
You had 8 plays instead of 4.
It's truly a tragedy that on the Nintendo Switch, how they added in all those Nintendo games, they have Tecmo Bowl instead of Tecmo Super Bowl. Like how they couldn't get the rights to that or something? It ran out.
Dropped
Like you
right.
gotta get the Super Bowl. You gotta.
Yeah, you
Need
really
Christian
do.
Okoye, Bo Jackson, Joe Montana, Phil Simms, all the greats.
Mhm.
LT, oh Lawrence Taylor, all time. Tecmo Super Bowl. Switch to him, sack every play. Easy.
Yep. Well, I feel
Well,
bad
hello.
because no one would ever pick Marcus Allen on the Raiders. It was just there because there was like 2 Marcus Allen plays and 2
Yeah,
Bo Jackson
like
plays. No one picked the Marcus Allen plays.
arguably the second
Oh,
best running back in the league. Yeah. Yeah, because
right.
you could even go in. Couldn't you go in and you could change your playbook too to do all Bo Jackson runs? I'm pretty sure.
I Yeah, you might have been able to. I mean,
I
that's
think.
when each edition of a game took like leaps and bounds. And you're like, holy crap, they bettered themselves. Now it's just like, hey, here's the new year of the game. What's new? We updated the rosters.
New
Great.
players. Are you going to be in on the college football Madden, NCAA, EA?
So, well, what's it called? It's called EA Sports, like college football or something.
Yeah, probably.
Because it's not
EA Sports,
NCAA
it's in your
anymore.
butt. That's what I always say
Oh,
because that's how they beat you.
EA
EA
Sports,
Sports,
right in
it's
there.
in your butt because we're going to make you
The-
fumble. We're going to get a ridiculous interception. When I play NHL, they score from the red line somehow, or the goalie puts it in his own net. They always figure out a way to EA you. They do it. Doesn't matter how good you are, how many hours, how many cups I've won. They'll still,
wow.
my goalie will still score on me.
hmm hmm
But yeah,
What do you got? NA
NCAA.
Stella?
Yeah,
You got
yeah.
there? An NA Stella?
Liberté, fraternité, Stella. I guess it's Belgian. Um, so no on the football. But like, well, this is the
Um,
no, because they have NIL rights this
I
year,
had
so they have like player names and shit.
that's what yeah.
You know all the
So like,
college players, you know.
yeah, right. I mean, I probably won't because I don't even play Madden anymore. So,
Yeah, me
I mean,
neither.
I had one edition of college football. I think it was for the first Xbox, and I won the Heisman with my linebacker playing for Michigan. That was pretty fun because I just ignored whatever the play was. I think I did like a cover 2 and just blitzed the quarterback every
Mike
time
Blitz
myself, just hoping to get a sack.
every time.
Yep.
All right. Well, we wrote out today's topics, folks. So we got a big one for you today. We got Father's Day stories. I'm just kidding. We didn't write it
Oh.
out. Jeff's looking like, what the fuck?
I'm like, we did?
Well, we did.
I wasn't invited to the production meeting.
Why would we do that?
Why?
It
I
doesn't
didn't
seem like
sign
something
up
we
for
do.
that. That seems really out of character. Are you sure you did this? Is this for one of
Uh,
your other podcasts?
one of my other hot pods. Um, yeah. Let's just get this one going, shall we?
I will be. Oh! Trying to think of how to show that
What's that? I mean, I did really want to know. 'Cause I didn't ask you, and I saw an Instagram picture of you and Caitlin at a Kenny Chesney
Mm,
concert
mm,
and Zach
mm-hmm.
Brown band, the aforementioned Zach Brown band that we've talked about on here. So you are into Zach Brown band. We know that. In terms of like somebody who you discovered from just seeing him, you're
Yeah.
into him more than you thought. What about Kenny?
Um.
Take me
So
through it.
the music is, it's country, but it's like there's an element of island to it. I mean, it's a fantastic live show. Like I watched it and enjoyed it. Um, I didn't know the songs and stuff, but like it's catchy. It's appropriate for live music. Like makes you feel literally at like you're at a barbecue, but there's a show going on too. So I didn't dislike it. I'm not sure I would go out of my way to go to a Kenny Chesney show, but I've been to worse shows that I've gone to with higher expectations. So yeah,
Is
I
his
enjoyed
whole
myself.
thing?
Yeah.
Doesn't he own like a rum company, like Blue Bay or Blue Chair Rum? Like, I wonder if music now is just his way of like reaching out and commercializing his rum. It's like, yeah, give it that feel of a barbecue, so you buy the rum because that's where I really
Dude,
make the money.
I was saying, I'm like, this dude knows what he's doing. Like that whole like no shirt or no shoes nation, and it's just like this big gimmick. It literally feels like you're basically at Margaritaville, like with their stage setup and stuff outside. Like it is just a big relaxing party. And so there's 100% something to be said for him knowing how to market himself, um and be relevant into the capacity where you're selling out. You're doing stadium shows. Like football stadium shows are no joke. It's a wild setup, and if you can even have tours where you're playing football stadiums, you're doing something really right with your music combined with how to market yourself. A dude is 57. He moves around way better than most 57-year-olds, I would assume, do. Like playing a live show and running around on a stage for 2.5 hours, sweating bullets in the summer heat. Like, I applaud him because that I was tired looking at him.
It's weird how musicians either die super young or they make it to 90 and they still like run around and
Hmm.
shit. It's crazy how
Hmm.
many like super athlete musicians there are now still doing it. I saw a video the other day on my YouTube algorithm. For some reason it clipped into somebody's recording of a Rolling Stone recent show. I mean, it's sort of weird to watch because it's not like he's like he's not like a beacon of youth and health per se, but Mick's still out there doing his, still trying to do it, you know.
He's
And
still,
Keith Richards, he's a mannequin. He's just a mannequin, but he still moves his arms. They still do it. It's still, but it's crazy. You're right.
I mean,
57. These guys are energetic. I
yeah,
mean, Lars is
they're
still
in
out
their
there, offbeat as always. Still out there, you know.
you so he was introducing his band, um and the drummer was from like Brazil, and it's I think it was the drummer's first tour with them, with Kenny Chesney. And I feel like if I wanted to like look up this drummer because I feel like he had metal in his veins. Some of like the drum fills and like the style he played, I'm like, this dude has to play in a metal band. It just sounded like, I mean, obviously he kept perfect rhythm and everything with the songs, but the choices he was making for the rhythm section, I'm like, ooh, Andy's Brazilian. I'm like, he was probably in some sort of like Sepultura type band at some point in his
Yeah, probably.
tenure. Brazilians love metal.
Oh
So,
yeah, big time.
yeah, it was cool though. Zach Brown did covers as usual. They did a fantastic cover of Bohemian Rhapsody. Zach Brown did. Um,
Ooh, bold.
yeah. Yeah. Well, I commented to Caitlin, I'm like, clearly someone worked with him too on doing what's appropriate for his range, and they kept changing the octaves so he always stayed in his appropriate range, but so it sounded very different, but kept the right notes, so it was doable for him. And then they did a delightful cover. It was a mashup of The Lion Sleeps Tonight mixed with Paul Simon, You Can Call Me Al. Like it was a weird combo that
Okay.
went back and forth. Yeah. So Zach Brown always brings creative covers, and they can be any genre, which is what I like about him too. So yeah, man, it was a fun show. The crowd's tough. There's a lot of drunk honkies. Like it is just
Day drunk.
faux
Really.
faux country white people and redneck white people. Redneck, like maybe more like trailer parkish or like wannabe trailer parkish. I don't know, but it's a bunch of really drunk white people and trying to like walk through a stadium full of those people, and you add like cell phones, like people just stop in front of you and they're like, where's my friend? Like, hold on, everyone hold hands and we'll make the link because we don't want to lose anyone at the bachelorette party. And you're just like, fucking kill me. Like, I want to blast through all their hands and make them
Oh
for a split
God.
second think that someone's getting lost in the pack. Cause yeah, it's a nightmare. I hate navigating crowds like that.
That's a tough vibe. The the country crowd. They do like them some
Yeah,
drink.
they do.
The what is it? The Lion Sleeps Tonight. That's the one that is that the
Uh-huh.
Awimoet. Did you
Yeah.
know? I don't know if I ever told you this. When my sisters and I were very little, like 4 years old or younger, I don't know, probably around then. Whenever we used to have bath time, I don't know how. One day we decided, so our bathtub, if we stood on the tub, you could look into the mirror. We needed to because we were so short. We were little people, little kids. But we would stand on it and just full nude children start doing a weemawet in like weemawet, a weemawet, a weemawet, a weemawet in the jungle, and the other two would go a weemawet, a wee. And I was like, I don't know how we came up with that. I don't know if we got coached on it. I have to ask my parents. It just reminded me of that. Like that might be one of my earliest memories. Like I don't know, and maybe it was on an episode of Full House or something one time. That song. I have no idea where we got it
Mm,
from, or it was just on the radio all the time. But we just got up and we did it. I think for like a full summer we did it nightly. Just whenever it was bath
wow.
time, just get up, a weema wet into the mirror, in a choreographed dance. Man,
Wow.
and we're
I
all
got to
fine.
assume you saw it. I got to assume you saw it on a TV show, like, because that'd be really weird that somehow at your ages you piece that together. Like, that just leads
Yeah,
to more questions.
I know. I had no idea. I'm gonna have to ask my folks about it. I would love to. Speaking of, it is Father's Day weekend,
It is.
and my father just retired. So I did a. It's weird to process because he's retired now, but I hosted. I don't know if I mentioned it on here, but I was going to MC his retirement gig. So he retired
Ooh.
as a superintendent of a prison facility, and had his party at Prison City, the bar. So it was
Ah.
this, so this interesting combination of like family, but like people he works with. He doesn't really like merge the two, but all of a sudden there's this party now that like celebrates his retirement, which he's definitely not into. That's not his energy either. It's to like celebrate himself kind of thing. But he wanted me to MC
Perfect.
it. So I did. So I probably wrote like a couple pages of jokes. Most of them probably wouldn't work. But I was just like, I'll just go off. And then, because the day that it happened, I went over before and read some of them off, and I can tell he wasn't super stoked about a couple of them. Maybe weren't the right tone or something like that. But ended up going really well. Like I just kind of like read the room, did a couple little bits, but it was fun. Let's see if I can find. Let me see if I can read any of them off to you. Let me see if these hold up.
Okay. Okay.
Um, um, because it did cost money. Oh, here. So this is one I used because it's like breaks the ice. So I get up there and I'm like, geez, my dad's really taking to his first week of retirement. We went fishing. He caught two PB fish, two of his personal best. And he got to hang out with his son for 10 hours on a boat. So 1 out of 2 isn't bad, you know? And that gets the people like, we're making fun of ourselves. That's fun. We're being cutesy, that
That's
kind of a
good. That's
thing.
good. Easing into it.
I say things like he's moving on because he's going to do like these repairs or kind of like simply repairs, he calls it. That's more of his passion, his trade. So I was like, yeah, he's retiring and now he's moving on to his real passion, drywall and toilets. That one got a nice little chuckle. So I was just trying to keep it like lowest common denominator, like real easy, like easy into it, nothing too crazy. Um, and then I mentioned things about nepotism, and he didn't like that. I think he didn't want me
gotta
to
drop now. Gotta
just a
drop
little bit of nepotism.
nepotism.
Yeah, and he told me that it was $75 a plate for this retirement dinner. So I was like, so in state terms, that's the hourly rate for playing Windows Solitaire. That's a
Hi-oh.
joke about being unproductive at work. Like, I was like, and if that one went over your head, then you're in the right place.
Oh
It's like,
man.
because you're a dummy. Like, but I didn't use that one. That was the one I was going over before, and I was like, I don't need to roast anybody, and it's not even a good roast, and I don't even know these people. That's what was so weird is I didn't know these people. Um, so it's like, what do you say? Who's the crowd? Um, so it just kind of I just went with the room, built off other people's stories, um, talked about how I retired in my 20s in Austin. I did a little bit about that, trying to like show him through
I
the way
jumped the gun
of
on my
that.
retirement. I decided to retire in my 20s to
Yeah,
Austin, and then in my 30s realized that the money ran out or was never there.
I was gonna do a D-Day joke. I didn't want to though, because it was on June 6th, the retirement party. I was gonna just say something like, it's D-Day, so we'll remember. I didn't know what to call him. Dad, Superintendent Dad, Super Nintendo Chalmers. Um, I was like, he'll be storming the beaches of Fairhaven or something like that, digging trenches in the pumpkin garden, something like that. I don't know, just like really um, things that don't really make sense at
I haven't
all.
seen a tough. I haven't
Invading,
seen a crowd. I haven't seen a crowd this tough since Normandy.
yeah, invading German chocolate cakes. Oh god, it's weird. It's like when you try to come up with a catch-all joke,
Mm,
it never ends up being a joke. When you try to please
no,
everybody, you please nobody at all.
you
That's the
bet.
thing.
Absolutely. So
So
fuck it. Might
I
as well
did.
just say what you think's
Yeah,
funny.
that's why. Well, or just MC the thing, just host it. My whole thing was keep it moving along. So I would just. I think it was fun. It's weird though that he's retired now because it's hard to empathize with that kind of to understand it and feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, I don't know what it's like to stop working or if I will be able to ever.
Well, yeah, that's the best
So
part about
yeah,
us seeing our parents
yeah.
retire. Is you go like, boy, I hope I do that instead of die. Like, I'm hoping that there's a version of this that has me retiring. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's just a full jealousy thing, and like in reality too, is that right? I don't know how to coach you how to retire. I don't know what to suggest. How do you suggest what to do to someone who has infinite time now? Like, you can't be like, know what you should do, and then you give them what a suggestion that lasts like a day. You should go see this. Yeah, and then what? Like, then I'm still retired with not like it's not like it's a vacation where you're like, oh, you're going to this area for a week. I'll give you a recommendation to swing by. They're now on vacation forever. And do you think it should be illegal for retired people to use the term vacation? Should
Going
that
on
come with the
vacation.
premise?
Yeah.
Like, you can't say you're going on vacation anymore. No, you're on vacation. You're just going somewhere. You don't get to say you're going on vacation when you're retired. You're not vacationing from something.
Yeah, because what's the counter to that? Is like, no, but I have my other things. See, I'm no, because I'm missing bingo. So it's a
That's what
vacation.
that's the
I'm getting,
mindset.
I know.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to mow my lawn.
Yeah.
I guess. Man,
Some people don't take to it though. Like some people have a hard time with retirement,
my dad's
and it's
fucking
probably got to be
terrible at
the
being
human
retired.
thing.
My dad is
How
fucking
so?
terrible at being retired. He has no hobbies. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
keep
the
telling
thing,
him,
huh?
like, hobbies, like watching more reruns of Home Improvement and George Lopez is not a hobby. That is not a fruit yielding hobby. Like, that is not bringing you joy. It's just bringing you time filler. It's like his entire retirement is basically as if he's like waiting, like trying to kill time after work, but before, like that time you killed between like 6 and 7 p.m. watching TV.
Uh,
You never watched any, if you didn't watch the news, you weren't watching anything on purpose from 6 to 7. You were just watching whatever the best rerun was. He just does that now infinitely. That's what his retirement is that 6 to 7 p.m. window on a weeknight.
See, is that so? I guess, yeah, it's not productive use of time per se, but is it allowable? Can't you just do whatever the fuck you want to do? Or do you think he
Yep.
yearns for more?
No, but he gets bored and he gets distracted and stuff like that, and it's because that's mind numbing. That's like, that'd be like scrolling Facebook newsfeed and being like, that's how I'm going to spend my retirement. It's not much different than that. You're not doing anything. You think you are, but you're not really doing anything when you're only just watching reruns. That's not, I mean, literally, to say, if he just said I would just keep watching new things that come out on Netflix, that'd be totally different, and I'm not kidding. But he's
Mm-hmm.
watching reruns of
That's
just stuff
true.
like it's, you're choosing to put yourself in like a stage of purgatory. Now, the exact opposite goes for my mom, who every time I see her or talk to her, she's telling me a new thing that she's doing, or a new volunteer thing that she's doing, or doing something with my nieces, stuff like that. I mean, she's all over the place. She is never
Mm-hmm.
home, out and about doing stuff, volunteering,
Unless she's
church
listening to
stuff,
mediocre podcasts
and listening to mediocre
and commenting on
podcasts.
them.
But she's probably volunteering or going for a walk, just to be outside and walking while she's doing it. I guarantee she's not sitting and being unproductive while doing it. So I've seen both sides of retirement.
Yeah, so my dad and I were talking about that today, right before. So we went fishing and then we just went back to sit by his pool. And it's weird because I don't think that's a him activity. I don't think he's into like just sitting there and doing nothing, like per se. To just like he's like yeah, it looks like fun. Yeah, let me do that. But I can tell he's just sort of like he'll sit there, but then I can tell he either wants to talk about something or I don't think he's like meant to just sit there. And then we just started talking about like, well, the idea of retirement and stuff like that. Because he's got all these, the simply repair jobs. So now he's honestly has too much work that he could do. Because he's like, I just want to do basic stuff like put a door in or put up a railing. And now he's going to be building decks or remodeling offices. And he's like, I don't want to do that. But he finds himself doing it. And I'm like, you got to learn to say no to
Yeah.
like then do what you want to do. And it was actually like, so he wants to use his retirement to like build relationships and get better at them, stuff like that. And I was like, that seems
Wow.
like a fruitful
It's
endeavor, like even
fruitful,
within
but like,
family, outside of family. Yeah.
that's a challenging undertaking. And by
Mm-hmm.
challenging, I simply mean like, when you realize that that's how you want to spend the time, that's an interesting thing, because I'm almost so intrigued to see how he evaluates how well he's doing that. Because if that's your goal, I think you almost do have to set some sort of premise or expectation for yourself. If that's what you're going to legitimately call your goal, then right, do you have to like journal it and like be cognizant of being like, yeah, how many phone calls to people did I make this week? Like simple things like that. How many people did I meet up with for at least an hour for no reason other than just to hang out and like chat or something? Like, so I wonder if he is going to like try to like log how he does, because I feel like that would be an interesting concept in itself, to like have him collect, not collect data, because I just want to analyze the data, but like if that's going to be your goal, you almost want to set some sort of bar for yourself, because it's easy to say, well, there's no timeline on anything for building relationships, so I feel like you can easily cop out of your plan at any given point and say that it's still in effect. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And I know he wants to start out, well, first with like family, because it's like, especially because all of us live close together, you'd think like we'd hang out all the time, but we don't really. So he's like, well, why not? And I'm like, that's a good question. And I was like, you have to do it. I was like, you're going to have to like engineer it. Like, if you want that to be the thing. That's my thought. Is you have to do it. You have to set the plans. Like you have to create the events or whatever it is. Unfortunately, that's the thing. And he doesn't
Yeah.
really do that. Usually my mom does it, but now he'll have time. So maybe I'll talk about that with him.
Did you
But
tell him that
it's
it's easiest to put like it's easier to do small stuff than to have to plan extravagant things? Like you'd be like,
no.
Dad, it doesn't have to be like planning a barbecue and stuff. You're like, if you want to just build better relationships, call me up and be like, hey, are you free? You free for lunch any day this week? And have it just be go to lunch and then that's it. And like part ways after lunch. Like that's almost my problem with like family is I mean, granted, I haven't lived near the rest of my family in 14 years. I've always been the outlier. Um, but yeah, like it's like, well, when it's big events, that's one thing, but that's also just kind of like going through the motions. If you want to like build relationships, small random stuff like you guys having like a hockey game and stuff to watch, like that's good relationship builder because it's like, all right, we have a premise. It's I will be over before the start of the hockey game, and at the end of the hockey game, I'll go home. But like it's that casual interaction. That's how you build good relationships, as opposed to like, oh, come over for Father's Day and come like it's like, well, yeah, that's kind
Mm.
of easy stuff to get away with. It's the smaller rando
I
stuff
said that to him.
that's better.
Yeah, because everybody's different. I was like, well, we're all different. We all have our own thing. And I was like, well, I know for me, I'm an introvert. I said that. So I need to recharge my batteries alone or doing something else. And so I was like, for me, I work better. Like, I like to know when something's going to happen. Like, so if you, like, I like to like mentally prepare for it and have my time allocated for it so I can be energized for it. So that works for me to have advance notice. But everybody might be different um, in regard to that. So, I mean, but again, that's part of building the relationship. I think is just learning that, and it is. It's just gonna take it's effort. Like if you want to do it, it's effort, and it's like, I mean, maybe he should just start a podcast with each one of his family members to, to catch up. Just that's real easy. Just do that.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. Like then I was thinking about well, I don't know because like to me, well, obviously when you're working retirement sounds pretty peachy. You're like, I would definitely figure out what to do. Like, and could I just, well, because we talked about it before, like the idea of like having a day off, like where all of a sudden I'll just be watching YouTube videos and I'm like, oh, am I wasting this day or am I allowed to do this? This is weird. All I want to do is watch these YouTube concerts or whatever. Let myself enjoy that. And I can't. Why do I feel like I need to be doing something else? And where's the
Yeah,
balance in
dude.
that? So if you're retired, is that the same way too, where you're like, I earn this time off. I get to do whatever I want, but I feel like I need to be doing something. But do I? And where's the line? What's the right answer? What am I going to do? Because I'm like, I'll just play games and watch YouTube and go fishing and play golf and do, like, I like to do all that stuff. I mean, hopefully I'll sprinkle in a relationship or two there, but I
Well,
can't even
it's
imagine.
tough because at some point, I think, well, most people, I would assume, want some aspect where they feel like they're being productive, right? So, like, that's, I think, the tough part is people,
Mm-hmm.
is finding out what's going to make you feel productive that you'll want to do, but will take effort and you won't beat yourself up over. Like that's kind of tough because you're trying to find those aspects all combined and you're like, so what will give me that? And it's not quick and easy for people who don't have like general like see like if you're a handy person like your dad, that's great because he can do stuff like that. But well, the dialed back stuff, like when he's like, I want to be able to take a job and no job that will take me longer than like 4 hours, right? It sounds like that's what your dad wants to do. Be a handyman that it's like, no, all my jobs ideally would be me coming to a home and working for anywhere from 30 minutes to 4 hours, but certainly not returning after the day or stuff like that. Small shit
Right.
just to do. That's cool because it's all stuff we're probably capable of, but for some reason I'd be terrified to try to act like I could be a handyman for someone. I can't be a handyman for myself. So yeah, I would have to have something that makes me feel
I think you're
productive.
very handy capable.
Oh, look at that. Look and see what you did there. Um, I would probably get a part-time job. Like I think I would have to. I'd do it. I'd get a part-time job doing something I absolutely was bought into, but I'd get a part-time job. And if I got bored with it, I would just quit, and then I'd get a different part-time job
Yeah,
and
there's
stuff.
no
Because that'd
stakes
be,
to it.
yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be the best. Is that there's no stakes to it, so you're just kind of like, all right, I'm gonna quit now. Like, but
I mean, yeah.
yeah, part-time
That's what my
job to
mom
do.
does. Yeah.
I kind of want a part-time job now, but the problem is just it's like, well, I don't know if that's the smart thing to do. Is just fill your time with a job, even if you quote unquote enjoy the job. The only one that I said I would do is if somehow like video rental came back into play, I would get a
Yeah.
part-time job on top of my 40 hours a week. I would get a part-time job at a Blockbuster or something or a video rental store just out of principle. I should just try to start
Yeah,
one.
that'd be pretty excellent. Also, the part-time job keeps you interacting with people. And that's like, I guess that would be the struggle for a lot of people is if your hobby is puzzles, that's great until you're on day 5 of being inside doing puzzles and you're like, I haven't said words to anybody. Like, and that's why like a lot of retired people just go out during the day and run errands all day, even if it's the same errand every day, just so you can like have that connection or interaction with people somehow, some way. That would be tough, actually. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, because even I'm thinking like when my social battery is charged up and I do feel like doing people things and I don't have anybody to do it with like on a day off, like that's almost the time when I like go to Marshalls just because, like, not necessarily to buy anything, or I'm just like I'm gonna go look at shirts and socks. I don't know why. I just
I
gotta
bet
go
I've done it.
somewhere where there's
Yeah,
people. Yeah, I don't even.
yeah.
Maybe I'll find
I'm
something, but I just
excited.
gotta
Why?
go outside.
I have to return something to Kohl's from Amazon, and I'm excited about it because I have to walk all the way through a store
Yeah,
and then interact with someone.
yeah.
Um,
No idea why. Maybe I'll run into somebody. I mean, I don't want to, but if I
dude,
do,
that's why I'm always surprised when people are like hesitant about going to like retirement communities and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, that sounds fucking rad. A bunch of other people who are probably just bored hanging around and there's like a clubhouse. Are you kidding me, dude? I would literally go to the clubhouse in the morning and probably hang there all day and just be like, yo, who wants to play cards? Who wants to play board games? Who wants to watch the baseball game when it's on? Like, I'd watch sports with other retired people, play cards, games. Like, that would be rad. So,
yeah, if you come
I
around to it, you can really enjoy it. I bet. The problem
100%.
is, it just represents um just closeness to death. I think in people's
Eh,
heads. Not that it is, but I think it must fuck with people's heads to be like
I
either somebody thinks I can't take care of myself, which is probably a bummer. Or maybe not. Maybe there is. I mean, well, I guess there's maybe is there a difference between like a nursing home, maybe that's what I'm thinking of, versus like
yes,
what's retirement home where like you
like
still have all of your
like
faculties and like yeah.
yeah, like I'm talking like a condo association for like 55 and up,
Yeah.
like where you
Ooh.
technically own a condo, but there's a clubhouse, everything like that, and there's like facilities that they host events and stuff because they are a older person's community, and so it's more for that aspect. Not yeah, not a nursing home. That's different.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm talking like a retirement community. Like that sounds fucking rad, dude.
Yeah. There's a lot of STDs, a lot of boning going on. That's what I hear. That's that's the scuttlebutt. That's the shuffleboard of it.
Who are you hearing
Is
this from? Who is telling you this?
just like a few of my girlfriends.
I
Yeah.
got inside sources. You do?
Yeah,
Why?
yeah. Just a
I've
few of
been
the ladies, a
researching
few of
it.
the regulars.
I've
Yeah.
been researching it a lot. I'm trying to get a jump on retirement communities. Just really scope
I
out
think
the
it is though.
pack.
I really think it is. But why not? Everybody's of age. Like nobody gives a fuck. They're like 60,
Oh,
70,
what? Just smashing?
80 years old.
Just constantly? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
whatever. Who gives a shit? You do you. You want to
that's what I
jump into
mean.
like 75-year-old hedonism? I don't give a shit. Do what you gotta do.
I was talking about it with like work people yesterday because this one girl was like, this guy, this 80-something-year-old guy, we know him, he just asked me out or something like that. Or there's something, and he's like, do you know how old I am? He's like, yeah, I don't care. Like, yeah, it's like, yeah, they don't care because he's 80, so he doesn't. He's going
Right.
shooting a 1 out of 1,000 chance. Yeah, he
Right.
doesn't.
Why
He
would he
knows, and he
care?
doesn't care. Yeah,
Right.
he's
Is
not
what he's doing
embarrassed.
is what he's doing illegal? No. Oh, you think an 87-year-old gives a shit about being embarrassed for asking out a young person? Why sorry, you're acting like there is shame that should be there when in reality he's completely right.
He really, really wants this. He wants it so bad. He's just
Mhm.
going for it. Yeah,
Shoot your shot, man. What if
it'll be
you
great
were
to be
if you
that
were told
age.
to come
I know.
down at a basketball game? If they told you to come down and take a half court shot for $1 million, what are you gonna be like? Nah, I'm good. No, you're gonna take the shot. You're probably not gonna make it, but fuck it, you gotta take that
Yeah.
shot because what if?
Um, right before we started recording, I was thinking about Father's Day
Ah,
because I still have to get my dad a gift. But then I was thinking, a topic. We could do a topic. What? Who are some of the most iconic, best TV movie dads?
mm.
I don't know how you define it. I guess you could say like, who's the best dad? Like, who do you think would be the best dad? I mean, the most iconics. I don't know who. Homer Simpson. It's probably up there.
Yeah.
Darth Vader, technically. I don't know.
I mean, if I'm like two really
Well, because you had
trying to
also
think,
mentioned Home Improvement too. I was thinking about it. Tim Allen
he's kind of a piece of shit dad. I'm not gonna lie. He's
in
not
real.
really a
Oh, is
good
he?
dad.
I haven't
Yeah,
watched it in a while.
yeah,
Is he?
Tim Taylor wasn't that good of a dad. He was kind of a prick to everyone in his family at like because he was always making jokes at their cost. So like it was kind of like he was a dick to them. He was a dick to Al. Like Tim Taylor's kind of a piece of shit. So I'm not giving credit to that guy.
He's no Danny Tanner.
He isn't. He is not a Danny Tanner. Danny Tanner rates up there. He's a pretty delightful character, always looking out for the family. Raising
Yeah,
three
those early
girls.
'90s dads. Yeah.
He gives his buddy Joey a place to stay. He gives his
Mm-hmm.
brother-in-law Jesse a place to stay. And then when Jesse gets married and has kids, he still lets them stay at the house. That house is getting full, really full. And Danny Tanner was like, "No, it's fine. You're marrying my co-host, but I guess she can also move up in the attic with you and your twins." Like none of that makes any fucking sense.
No.
Joey, I don't think ever held a steady job. Danny clearly got him his job as Ranger Joe on the network, which I don't think that lasted long. And then outside of that, Joey's doing like rando bits of comedy places, I think.
He was on
Clearly
Star
not getting
Search
any.
once.
Yeah, he was not one to have steady gigs. So I don't know what kind of rent he was paying being in the basement, but I don't know, man. Danny Tanner's got to be up there.
Check
I think out of
it
respect,
out.
yeah, Danny Tanner put up with a lot of bullshit. Kimmy Gibbler fucking waltzing in whenever she
Oh
wanted. Like
yeah, the Kimmy Gibbler effect. Fuck.
he never fucking, he never snapped, never struck anyone, never, never like, yeah, never got the cops called on him. Like Danny Tanner had all the right reasons to snap, and he never did. He was taken advantage
Yeah, the
of. There,
early
I'll say.
'90s was all about TV dads. I feel like.
Yeah,
Yeah, Homer, Danny, Al Bundy was a version. You had Carl Winslow.
Carl
You
Winslow
had the
was a good
joint
dad
families,
too.
the step by step.
Oh yeah, Patrick
Oh,
Duffy.
Brady. Can't forget
Ah, too
Mr.
much of a
Brady.
bitch. Yeah, but he's
Yeah.
little authoritarian.
Wow. Well, now, Greg, why don't we go and apologize? Well,
Right.
maybe we should go apologize. Well, maybe we should go say we're sorry.
Yeah.
Just a lot of
It's
that.
kind of like, yeah, it's
Hey, maybe we
a,
should go say that I'm actually gay and don't love your mother.
yep.
So,
Right.
wait, what did I just say?
Oh, wait.
Oops, I meant
Oh, that's
let's
right,
go
Greg.
apologize. Let's go apologize.
Oh, that's right, Greg. You're allegedly having sex with your mother. Boy, this is awkward. So, uh, you know what? Some new age answers in the 2010s and beyond I would say Bob Belcher from Bob's Burgers. If you ever watch that
Okay.
cartoon, he's a very
Seen
good
some
father.
eps.
He's a very good father to the three kids because they're the wild cards, but he's always basically in some way, shape, form looking out for his kids, telling them that he loves them, and they don't make a lot of money at their burger place, but he takes care of them. Good, he's a good husband. So I like Bob Belcher putting up there, and then also I think Phil Dunphy is a great dad. I think he'd be a fun dad.
That's pretty
and
good.
He's a very good
yeah.
dad. Phil Dunphy
Modern
is
Family. Yeah.
yeah. Sorry for Modern Family. Ty Burrell played. That's a fantastic role. In fact, that show actually, I know it went ham on Emmys, but I still don't. I think down the line we're gonna really understand how much that show should have been even more appreciated in a world of like streaming where network television, especially family sitcoms, certainly fell off. That kept steamrolling ahead and kept the dream alive that family sitcoms could maintain. I mean, now that that's gone, are there really family sitcoms anymore? Modern Family was kind of the last true in that spirit.
It's weird. I don't even know what's on network TV. Is it all just crime stuff now and
Mostly
CSIs and game
and
shows and
things that take place in
reality?
Chicago.
Yeah.
What one
Yeah. Is there? Wow.
one I got into was Abbott Elementary. There's no dads in that per se, but that's a funny show. That's on. You can watch the episodes on Hulu too because it's an ABC show. It's a sitcom about teachers, but it's really good. It's funny. But yeah, man, network television now, I really don't know. I I don't know.
Here's a dad for you. Maybe best
Okay.
dad ever.
Okay.
I said, put the bunny back in the box.
Oh boy.
Cameron
Nick
Poe
Cage. Cameron Poe
going
from
home to
Con
see
Air.
his hummingbird.
Cameron Poe. That's a fucking dumb name too. That's shitty.
Did
That's
you
a
see?
shitty, stupid name.
Apparently, there's a new Nick Cage horror movie, that's getting a lot of buzz. A lot
Okay, yeah,
of good
course.
buzz. It's called like Long Legs or Daddy Leg, Longfellow. I don't know what it's called, but I think he plays like a serial killer. It's almost like a Silence of the Lambs thing, but it's got, as of now, it has like 100 on Rotten Tomatoes before its release. Which again, it's Rotten Tomatoes, but still, that means it's destined to fail.
The problem with Nick Cage,
But
and
I think we started the Cage-a-thons.
The problem is, the fourth one.
Yeah.
The problem with Nick Cage is like it's such a novelty now that you can't get opinions from sites because it's a culture thing. So I think people will race to probably upvote the shit out of it just because without even seeing it. So like it's going to be a concept where you're just going to have to sit down and see it and process it yourself and based on what expectations you have of Nicolas Cage in 2024. So which is very
He does
high
have long hair though,
expectations.
so I do like that.
Oh, good.
Long haired, crazy.
I would like to see Gone in 60 Seconds too, like Gone in 61 Seconds or something like that. And Memphis Reigns, have that come back. Now that's a good Nick Cage name, Memphis Reigns. I like that.
That is good. Cast. Wait, did we talk? Was there going to be a Face Off 2? Is that a thing?
Did we talk about it?
Do
I
we
think
know?
we talked about it, but was that real?
I don't know. Don't know. If that's a lie.
Shame on them!
I guess, yeah. I don't know who them is, but yeah, shame on them.
Here's a question for you. Is it kind of like going in the vein of like, let's say on the day off, like one of one of the questions that I least look forward to answering after days off is, "How was your day off?" Um, which is fine, whatever, fine. What'd you do? Which is a fair question.
No,
It's a
it's
fair
not. Leave me
question,
alone.
but
Doesn't matter.
I don't know how to answer because, like, I feel like it's too much pressure on me to say what I want, because I feel like I have to say something that was again like worthwhile, like, oh, I volunteered or I went on my I did something. Whereas like the other day, I think last Saturday, one of the weekend days, I spent like 8 hours watching on Twitch a broadcasted pinball tournament, and I don't feel like talking about that. I don't want to bring that up as the thing I did. So should I bring it up and be honest, or say no? Because then it's like, not much. Then it's like, now it sounds like I don't do anything.
Well,
I don't want to make it sound like I don't do, but I didn't do anything. I mean, I did do something, but it's not worth talking about. But it also sounds like nothing. So I don't know. On those days where I truly do nothing productive, how do you answer the "what'd you do on your day off" question?
it's tough because two
I don't
is
want to
like
talk about it. I don't know.
there's two aspects to it. Is one, it's almost like, all right, because I think this is the vibe you're giving off is like, there's two reasons I don't want to mention that that's what I did. One
Yeah,
is like,
mild shame.
yeah, mild shame in like I should be giving you a better answer. But two, I enjoy it and I enjoyed what I did. However, I
Okay.
don't want to explain it to you because you're going to ask me follow ups, probably because you're being courteous, but I don't want any follow ups. Like, oh, really? What's that
Mm-hmm.
like? What the fuck do you mean what it's like? I don't know. I sat and watched Twitch and I watched people play pinball. Like me further explaining it isn't going to get you to be like, you know what? I should do that next time. Like, so, like, don't ask me follow up. So, like, that's why I'll just say, like, oh, I ran errands. I'll lie and just be like, I ran errands.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because no one
I
asked
do
you
have
to
to say,
elaborate on errands. So fuck it. I'm just going to lie because the truth is just going to lead to more bullshit.
I say laundry a lot. They must think I have like I'm just so dirty. Oh, just clean up my place. Yeah, I'm a pig. every day off, I have to fully clean my house again and do laundry. I'm a nasty boy. But
Dirty.
it's also
I'm a
like
dirty,
if I
dirty boy.
if I tell you what I did, I like it. You're right, I like it, but I can't convey to you why I like it or how much I like it, and it
Right.
won't resonate with you because you're just going to be like dismissive of it or be like, "What really? You did? That's what you did?" I'm like, "Yes, and I
Right.
know you don't like that." I
But
don't know what to say.
that's why people don't understand. You don't need to ask people stuff like that. Like also like how's the job going? There's two answers. There's one answer you're going to get. Fantastic because X, Y, and Z just happened, or it's going good. Because guess what? If it's not going good, I'm not going to tell you that because also I don't want to explain why, and then I don't want to think about it because you're just mindlessly asking how's the job going. Like, don't ask stuff like that. Let's not catch up based on dumb shit like that. Like, just talk to me about something that you did. Stop asking me about my day. You can say, did you enjoy your
Like, give
day
somebody
off?
the space.
Did you
Yeah.
enjoy your day off? Yes. And good news. If there was something I feel that you might enjoy hearing about and that I'm willing to tell you about, I will let you know at that time when you ask, did I enjoy my day? If I don't elaborate, it's because there's nothing to fucking talk about. So let's move along. So just ask me, did you enjoy your day off? Then I'll take the reins from that. And if I give you, yeah, it was good, and I stop talking, then there's nothing to talk about.
It's the same energy as like when you first show up to work and somebody's like, "How you doing?" And it's like, "Well, currently I'm arriving to work, so not fantastic." Like I don't know
That's
what you
like,
want.
good morning.
Like I always just say, "Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, yeah, fine."
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not the
That's like, good.
greatest. This isn't the greatest part of my day, so
Yeah.
I
Good
don't
morning.
know
How are
what
you?
you expect.
It's
Yeah,
8:31. Um Well, I just signed on to the computer. I got 9 hours in front of me. I don't know what are we doing? I don't know. How's my day been? Yeah, I've been up for about an hour and a half. I went for a walk and then I showered and then I sat down and now I'm with you. The day's been wild so far. Pretty fucking crazy.
What do you say we cut the chit chat a-hole?
Well,
Was that from Prisoners of
do
Ghostland?
isn't it The Rock? I have to hear.
Oh,
it again.
yeah, that's
Is
The
What do you
Rock.
say we cut the chit chat a-hole?
Is it when I got a battery of VX gas or whatever, blah
Oh,
blah
okay.
blah, or one of those?
Yeah.
So I am a man that was offered a new job.
Oh, they
last
offered it
day.
to you?
It's official. It's official. And I said,
Oh.
let me think about it.
Yeah. Fuck that.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Yeah, I accepted it. So I don't know when I'm going to start. They still have to figure out, do some moving some pieces. But what's weird is I don't know how much I mentioned on this. I forgot, but it's basically like an HR type job. It's called the employee advocate at Wegmans, but it involves advocating for the employee as well, like
Interesting.
ensuring I'm a beacon of our values, all that. So people have a voice, and that it's not just strong arming people, but yada yada yada. So I'll be training on it for a while, going to different stores probably, but it will change. It'll be the first time in a long time, probably in 10 years, that I will have, for the majority of the time, it will be like a desk computer job again. A lot of it.
Wow.
Because like for the last 10 years, I've been standing up, because I worked in the wine store. I mean, stood up most of the time. I mean, I would use the computer just to like order stuff, but I'd be on my feet, bookstore stuff, and then obviously grocery store. I'm out on the floor a lot. I mean, I'll from time to time hit the computer, hit the emails, but most of the time I'm up moving around. So I'm like, I got to get used to the sedentary life again of just sitting. I really do, because like I'm so used to move. I probably burn so many calories just accidentally just by walking around that now I'm gonna have to like think about standing up. I mean, not that the job, you're not supposed to like just sit at your desk all day anyway. You're supposed to get out, but a lot of it is gonna be like reports and emails and typing down accounts of things, and so that's gonna be a different vibe that I haven't had in a long time. I will have an office at some point and all that. A lot of meetings, that kind of shit. So it's gonna be a new energy for your boy
Nice.
that I have to prepare for.
Monday through Friday?
Likely, yeah. I mean, I think it'll end up being like a more Monday through Friday gig, more like a 8 to 5. I mean, of course, Wegmans is a 24-hour operation, so there'll be times when either I got to stay late once in a while or come in to see the night crew kind of deal. But I got some training ahead of me doing all that. I mean, I don't know all the laws of human relations. I gotta learn them. Yeah, no, work as long as you want. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't even care how old you are.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm excited.
That's cool.
It's just also fits my personality. Like every few years, I got to do something different. it's just the nature of who I am for some reason. So
I can't sit still.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Well, that's cool. So you have no idea when you're starting that new venture?
No, probably soon. Just don't have an exact date yet. There's a lot of dominoes falling in the Syracuse division, as we say. A lot of pieces being moved. So soon. I mean, I hope it's soon. If they're like 6 months, I'm gonna be like, nah. Call me when you're ready. I'm gonna take a paid sabbatical. I think I can just declare that.
I'll be taking a paid sabbatical.
Okay,
you let me know in a week. Give me a week advance, and I'll return to the country and be ready to go.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
I didn't really give it too much thought after our last pod, but I think we got a comment on YouTube from G.
Oh boy.
Is it G or is it
Ghee, like the cheese or the butter.
Best podcast to date. Get out there to junior community college and speak to the curriculum schedulers. You have much value in your opinions. That was on our
Ooh,
topic of soft skills and all that. I was
yeah,
like, wow, did we really nail it?
maybe.
Check out episode 72 if you need some learnings. But I re-listened to it because I forgot about it after I read that comment. I was like, did we really? I was like, did we? Sometimes
Did
I feel
I
like we just
say
say things.
something good?
Did we say anything?
Okay.
Um, but we did have some other comment. I guess I forgot too because she said Creed concert does hold fond parking lot memories in my heart, which I don't remember. Did they drive us?
Who? My parents?
Yeah,
Yeah, dude. They went.
and
They
they waited
drove
in the
us,
parking lot.
and they just waited in the parking lot. Like they
Holy
just,
shit!
yeah. They drove us to that Creed show. I don't even think we went to the park before it necessarily. I don't think.
I
Or
don't
maybe
think
we
so.
did. But I
I
think
don't
we just
remember.
went to the
Honestly,
show.
I don't know.
But yeah, dude, my parents drove us to that Creed show.
Wow, wow,
Yeah.
that's good parenting. That's good parenting. Don't worry, honey. I'll just wait in the parking lot for 4 hours. That's
While you watch the Creeds.
while you watch the
Um
Creed.
while you watch the Creeds. Um yeah, man. I will say that I had two people tell me that that I won the debate, so I was more convincing. Now, granted, they are two people
Yeah,
that
well,
know
one of
me.
your friends
Oh,
um,
fuck.
said lots to unpack. Love the fact. This is Billy, Pistachio Kid.
Okay.
Oh, I'll boil
Okay.
down to the age-old argument. Cool, you've got their T-shirt on. Tell me 3 of their songs. But he went with Nickelback and their butt rockiness because you broke out the Member Berries take and the video games. He liked the video game soundtrack presence.
Mm-hmm.
So
All right.
I should reply to that and say he is wrong.
Yeah, well, you're
You are
dumb.
wrong. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And you're ugly.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah,
One comment
yeah,
on
but no.
Spotify from Sarah. You both lost in my eyes. It's fair.
That's inspiring.
It's fair.
It's not how
We
debates
all
work.
lost a little bit.
I mean, yeah, sure. America
Although,
lost in Creed versus Nickelback, but I mean the debate.
someone
Someone was
also
supposed to win.
commented best pod to date on that one. So they liked the I guess they
Wow.
liked the debate. I got a text about that one.
Wow.
That's good news. People
Yeah.
like that. Bill also commented on the soft skills. I guess it really resonated. Maybe we should clip that and put it as a master class in something.
We should teach.
Oh, yeah. Oh, because he commented. Oh, yeah. So 2 things. If you're able to handle multitasking in a retail setting, i.e., Blockbuster, I'd argue that you've got some pretty solid life skills and are of a far superior race. Oh no, he went race. He's race baiting. And B, the single impact leg shatter you're looking for would come from a Triple H sledgehammer shot. He
Oh,
seems like a generous fellow that would definitely accommodate. And he's still stewing on how to spend a producer fee. Yeah, yeah. If you
ooh,
get Triple H to do it, that'd be pretty awesome.
that's true. Yeah, because I guess you're still self-inflicting. So yeah, guys, I guess
Mm-hmm.
we never said that you couldn't have someone agree to help you out. Because then, do you give them some cash? You go like, yo, hey, family member, I'll give you $5,000 to break my leg for me. I'll give you
Yeah,
$5,000 of my million.
yeah. Like, listen, Triple H, I know you're really hard up.
Well, right. Triple H is hard to sell him on $5,000. Maybe like more
Yeah.
of a I'm your biggest fan, like Make a Wish type situation. They seem to be down with that. So my just obviously make up a fake reason why you're dying, and then have your Make a Wish be Triple H breaks your leg with a sledgehammer. Boom,
Mm-hmm.
millionaire.
Good. All right. That's probably all we got.
All right.
I'm good. Saturday night.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go watch Game 4 of Stanley Cup. Uh, I tried a new betting strategy
Okay.
since I kind of didn't want the Panthers to win because they beat my Bruins.
You
They
bet the
just look
Panthers?
unbeatable every game. So their success now is my success, and I'm up $200 in the finals now. So now if I win, it'll be the cup that I won. You know,
Did you
a little
bet
bit
them?
for them, but
Did you
mostly
bet
for
them
me.
to win the series before the series started?
No, I just been betting game by
Okay.
game.
Okay.
So the first game I bet them -1.5 the goal. Actually, so then in the third
Oh
game,
wow!
somehow when they went
You
to
bet
Edmonton, they
them
were the
minus 1.5.
underdogs.
They were
Yeah,
the underdog
held out
in
because I was like,
Edmonton for Game 3.
yeah, yeah. So
Wow.
I took them to win in regulation, and that was +175. I bet $50 on it. I was like, I just believe they're not
Wow.
gonna lose. They're just not gonna lose. I just don't believe it.
So what? You won like $35 off of that, right?
Yeah,
Or no,
definitely.
you won like $85
No.
off of that.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Okay,
It's more like
that's
that.
pretty good.
So yeah, no, I'm up over $200 in the finals. So I can
Okay.
always
And you
associate the Panthers' victory and the
pushed for the
Bruins' loss
sweep.
with me
You
winning
didn't want
money.
to do that. You don't have a fear that it's going to be a gentleman's sweep. You think it's going to be a legit sweep?
I did not bet before this game. I'm gonna live bet it actually right after we're done. I'm gonna
Okay.
see. I'm gonna check out the flow, and then I'm gonna go with it.
Oh,
I'm
did the game
hoping.
already?
Actually, let's check it out.
Did the game
Yeah,
start?
it started.
Where?
Yeah, are they down? If they're down like 1 or 2 goals, I might bet on them. It's 3-1
They're
Oilers
down
in the
2
first period.
goals.
Oh, this is right.
Yeah,
This
that's
is right.
prime picking.
Let's see what the line is. Yeah, it
Plus
is.
400. I'm
Because
seeing
Oilers are coming out hot, obviously.
plus 400.
Plus 400.
That's
I'm gonna do it.
That's tasty.
Ready? I'm gonna do it live right now.
You doing
Right
you
in
doing
your
50
face.
on it? 50 on the plus
That's
400. That's two for
I'll do
200. 25.
I'll do 25.
Do 25,
25
to win 100.
to win 100. Yep. 25 to win 100. Panthers currently down 3-1. Bet placed.
Wow.
And now down 4-1. That'd have been hilarious. They just got scored.
Did they really just score?
No, that'd be.
Oh, I was gonna say. I'm like, wait.
Oh shit. All right, bets in.
Wow.
Let's make it. I mean, I'm still up, so if it even goes to a game 5, it's a sensible bet. It's a sensible bet. Those are the only kinds I make now, outside of going to Atlantic City
Sure.
and
That,
betting on 3-card poker
Oh
with
my God.
fucking what's his face.
We don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Sam.
All right.
Sam Reinhart and Kyle Oposo gonna be netting goals.
Yep. Former Sabres. Can't get away from it.
Yep. Oh well.
Did
what?
Did that Rodriguez guy also play for the Sabres?
Yeah, I think
Rodriguez
so.
or something.
Dude, I think there's like 7 players that played in for the Sabres in this between Edmonton and Florida.
Yeah. And obviously Jack Eichel won his cup last year. Like, man, the Sabres are really good at drafting. They
breed. They can identify champions, but the problem is then those champions can't champion until they leave the Sabres.
Yeah. All right. Good shit. Everybody, be well. Peace. Touchdown.